Hi there, I'm Ria from the Oracle Guy. How can I help you find your perfect t-shirt today?
I was looking for a t-shirt which says GPU poor. Do you have that one?
Let me check that for you. I'll see if the GPU Poor t-shirt is available. One moment, please.
This hotel fired its receptionist and bookings went up by 40%. Not because they found a miracle worker, but because they hired an AI. If you run a small business, you know this feeling. Endless calls, late replies, missed customers. You want to grow, but the phone never stops. Now imagine this. Every
Welcome to our
call
customer
answered,
support.
every
How may
lead
I help you
followed up,
today?
every question
I need
handled
some assistance
by a
with my
voice
account.
that sounds human. That's not science fiction anymore, guys. Across hotels, real estate firms, even clinics, small teams are using AI agents to do what call centers used to do. They go live in minutes, they work 24/7, and they never need a break. In this video, I'll show you how they are building it and how you can build one yourself. So the platform that we'll be using for building our AI agent is SigmaMind AI. It's a really promising tool. I've been playing around with this platform for the last 1 week and I found it really good, and we can create AI agents really quickly here. So without wasting any time, let's open the application. The first time you'll have to sign up for this service, which I've already done. And as soon as you log in, you will be greeted with this screen. So the workflow for creating agent is really simple. First, if you see, we have build, test, deploy, and observe. I really like this menu structure. You build your agent, you test it, you deploy it, and then you observe it. So let's first build our agent and create your first AI agent. Let's click on this, and once you do that, you will be greeted with numerous templates. Depending on your use case, you can select one of these. For our first example, let us take this home loan provider template, and as soon as we click on it, so the template which we had selected gets loaded, and it already has pre-built components. And this is the UI, which is really simple to work with. You just press control, and then if you scroll, you can zoom in, zoom out, or you can use this scroll bar to zoom in and zoom out. So I prefer control plus scrolling, and it's really simple. So if you can see, overall we have a trigger, and then we have this response component where we define the persona of the AI agent, and we also provide the instructions that agent has to follow. And then we can have custom workflow based on the response of the customer. For example, here what we are saying is, if the caller asks to connect to a licensed advisor right now, because in the instruction or the script of the agent we had mentioned, if the caller is really interested in going for further discussion, then you can redirect it to a licensed advisor. So here we are asking it to analyze the intent, and then in the response, what we are asking it to again share a message and then eventually transfer the call. Here it can transfer the call to an actual human who can take the lead forward. So let us see how this prompt is written here in this example. So if you can see, I'll zoom in a bit. So here what we are telling it, like we have given it a name as well, Maya, and we are asking it to behave like a mortgage intake assistant for Acme Home Loans. So this template prompt that you have, you can modify as per your needs. So this is for a home loan use case. So depending on your use case, you can fully customize it, and then you provide instruction what is the objective of it and what has to be kept in mind while interacting with the customers. And then we have given the script as well, first to get the caller name, and then identify the purpose, and also take information about down payment and assets that he would be able to mortgage, and also ask about income and employment, and then also ask about the contact and the consent. And also specifically we talk about how the handoff happens and how the transfer would happen in what conditions. So this template gives you a fair idea how this has to be written, and it's not that you have to write it manually. You can take help of ChatGPT. So this is a very simple agent where we are not using anything special. We are just giving it a set of instruction and the persona, then asking it to just transfer the calls. This would be a great funnel for our leads. So only the interested and the people who are ready to share the required details for proceeding further goes to the actual person. So let's talk about the settings that we have here. So first we have basic settings. What we can configure is like whether we wait for the customer to start the conversation or AI should start the conversation. That can be configured here. And then we have speech settings. This platform uses 11 labs, so you can have really humanized voices. If you're an Indian company, you can even select Indian accent. It could be British as well. You can select gender and age as well. For example, let's hear this one out.
Just to reassure you, we're not just looking for a quick fix. My goal is to find the right solution for you and keep things transparent along the way.
So let's select this one for our test, and then you can also select the models. So we have all the latest models from 11 labs. So turbo is the one which is like really fast. There's this really interesting setting where you can select the background sound as well, which would be played during the call, which would make it even more realistic. So let's select office ambience and see how it sounds. And then you can also select the AI models that would be used for generating responses. We have these many models from OpenAI. The mini models are really fast at delivering responses. So let's select Oro, which is a better mini model. Transcription settings, you can select which language has to be used for transcription. As you can see, it even supports Hindi and almost all the languages. And if you have a use case where your customers can speak different languages, you can even select multilingual. For this test, let's select English. So we have this option where it would hang up as soon as it detects it's a voicemail. Once you have your agent configured, what you can do is you can click on this button, which is at the top, which is test your AI agent in Playground. So let's click on this start the call. Hi there.
Hi, this is Maya with Acme Home Loans. May I please have your full name?
My name is Nitesh Sharma.
Thank you. I'm here to gather a few details to help a licensed advisor assist you best. Are you looking to purchase a home or refinance your existing mortgage?
Actually, it's not Mitesh, but it's Nitesh and for Nest.
Thank you for the correction, Nitesh. I appreciate that. Are you looking to purchase a home or refinance your existing mortgage?
I'm looking to refinance my current home loan.
Great, thank you for sharing that, Nitesh. I'll connect you with a licensed advisor who can help you with your refinancing options. Please stay on the line while I do that.
So guys, you could see like this was really fast and there was hardly any latency while interacting, and we could hear the office ambience that we had selected. The agent is quite open-ended. I mean, first it didn't understand my name, maybe because of my accent. But then when I corrected it, it was able to accept that input as well and then move to the next question. And we had mentioned in our instruction prompt that if it's a refinancing lead, you can directly connect it to the financial advisor, which it did. This was a really simple agent where we just gave a persona and a set of instruction to the agent, and then it could just redirect to the call to our business development team. But what if we want to use certain data from other systems? So for that, we have this little feature here, which is tools. So let's open it. So this is a nice feature where you can add any tool and bring your application's data here, so that agent has much more information to take actions or get informations. There are few standard integration which are already provided here. For example, Shopify, Cal.com. Now what I'll do is I have this store which is built on fourth wall. So I'll try to add a tool which can help agent to get the products listed on my website. Let's try that and you'll see how simple is that. So for that, what I've done is I've created a API username and password, and also I am referring to API documentation. So the API which I'll add is to get all products including the offers on them. So let's go to our tool section, and here I'll click on this button which is add custom tool app, and once I click on that, I can just write fourth wall here. I'll just click on submit. Once my tool is added, what I'll do is I'll configure the authentication. So for me, the authentication which is being used is a basic authentication because I have a username and password for it. So I'll copy my username, I'll copy my password, and I click on submit authentication. So my authentication is configured, and now I can add my API. So the API which I'm using is get all products. I'll give it the name get all products, and it is a get method. So I'll select get, and then it is asking me for the endpoint URL, which I'll copy from here. I have my endpoint URL. Now I'll add my query parameters, which are these three. First is page, so page can be made dynamic. Then I have size, so on a single search results would be returned. So instead of making it dynamic, let's make it fixed, let's say 20. Then we have the search, so this is the keyword which the AI agent would be using. You'll have to add them in double curly brackets as mentioned in the instructions. Race would be the input, then we'll say submit action, and then we can test it. Let's test the page number. We'll say page number 0, and then we'll say let's try to search something, maybe pipe coding. So you can see it is, the API is working correctly, and it has given us this response as well. So once we have our API running, now what we'll do is we'll create an agent which can use this API. Go to AI agents, create AI agent, and let's create a blank AI agent because it's a different use case which is not available here. We have this new AI agent. What we can do is we can give it a name here. We'll call it the Oracle Guy Store agent, and then we have this trigger component added automatically. So we'll click on add another trigger event, and we'll select as conversation started. So as soon as the conversation gets started, we would want this to start, and one trigger event is enough. And then what we want to do is add a response component, because we would use this component for adding the agent persona and the instruction. So we'll collect the output of this component to the input of send response component, and here we'd like to add our prompt. So for that, let's try to use chat GPT instead of writing it from scratch. What we'll ask is we'll ask it to write a detailed agent system prompt in markdown format. We have our prompt ready. Takes care of everything, the behavior guidelines, knowledge base reference. So again, paste it here. We'll remove the extra stuff from here, the role and identity here, and we have prompt ready. Now once we have our persona and instruction ready, we have few more things to configure here. If you click on this advanced settings, you would find that channel. We can select the channel as well, whether we want this to be sent over email, chat, or air calls. So it could be that for few of the responses you would want an email to be triggered, so you can select email. Otherwise, if you don't select them, then whichever channel the agent is running, it would be used in that. Once we have our instruction and response format ready, what we'll do is we'll analyze customer component, and we'll put the output of this response here, and say if the customer message is having the details of the required product, then we'll call our tool that we had configured earlier, and we'll connect it to this. We'll select fourth wall. We'll like get all products. For now, I'm just hard coding the values. Let's say AI t-shirt. Connect this else again back to our agent, because if the information is not enough, it will keep on asking the question. And again, once it gets the output of this tool, we'll again want it to be sent back to the agent. So now I think we have all the components ready. We have our tool connected to our agent, and let's see how it works in the testing.
Hi there, I'm Ria from the Oracle Guy. How can I help you find your perfect t-shirt today?
I was looking for a t-shirt which says GPU poor. Do you have that one?
Let me check that for you. I'll see if the GPU Poor t-shirt is available. One moment, please. Yes, we do have the GPU Poor t-shirt. It's available in several sizes. Which size are you looking for?
I'm looking for a L size t-shirt.
Great choice. The GPU Poor t-shirt is available in large, and we have it in stock. Would you like to know more about the material or possibly explore other colors?
Yes, please.
The GPU Poor t-shirt is made from soft, breathable cotton, perfect for all-day comfort. It typically features a playful graphic that highlights the humor in GPU pricing. As for colors, it's available in black and navy blue. Do you have a preference for one of those colors, or would you like to go with the classic black?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. If you need anything else or want to browse more t-shirts, just let me know. Happy shopping at the Oracle Guy.
So you can see it is able to all the API that we had configured, and it is able to give us all the details. So as you can see, this was so simple to integrate with our store, and once we have it ready and we have tested it, we can go to this deploy section, and then it supports multiple platforms. Like it has standard integration with Twilio, which is available only in US and Canada, and you can even connect with SIP trunking. And you have almost all the country codes here. You can have your India number here as well, and you can just add the settings here, and once your phone number is added, you can just select your agent and deploy it. And another interesting feature which I found is the campaign calls feature, which is great for creating call campaigns. You can just create a CSV, and then you can have all the phone numbers and the name of the person whom you want to call for a particular objective, and you can select your own phone number which you had configured. It could be the Twilio one or the SIP trunking one, and then you can select the agent which you have created. So example, you can create an agent specifically for getting information from the user or doing some cold calling for leads. So you can create them and just select it, and then you can select when do you want this call to be made at particular time, or and you can even set the concurrency. So here like 20 calls would happen parallelly, which is great. It's like 20 agents working for you parallelly, which is insane. And once you do that, you can then go to the observe section, and then you can see all the conversation which has happened and identify the leads that you want. And we also have a dashboard where you can see what kind of automation is running and what are the different KPIs, how many tickets have been created, how many automated interactions have happened. And also we have bifurcation by store and channel. So if you have multiple stores, you can see here. And another important aspect is the pricing. As you can see, we have two models. One is pay as you go for smaller firms and individuals, and then we have enterprise. So if you see the pricing is great. You have $0.02 per minute for voice AI agent, and for chat AI agent it's even less. It's $0.005, and you get so many features: agent builder, playground testing, multi-client workspaces, app libraries, and analytics in this version as well. Obviously, if you're an organization, you can reach out to them, their sales team, and they would be able to give a good package to you. And they are also quite transparent with their pricing. They have even given the breakdown how they have come up with this pricing, how each and every API costs you. That's it for today. Do subscribe to my channel if you found this tutorial helpful.